Paradise Pixies, it's Pristiny and welcome back to my pink paradise, your fairyland where every shade of pink is romanticized and sprinkled into your life. Here, 8 pixie places await, each tied to a type of content I create. Hit subscribe and poof, your wings sprout and you become a paradise pixie. So be careful of the path because pixie powder sparkles in the air. Luckily, the fairies have a sparkling pink trail in the description box. Follow the trail to my social media for behind the scenes girly glam whimsical content. So today is going to be a very special day. We are doing a 7-month lock update because yesterday I hit 7 months. And these are my locks and we have a lot to discuss. A lot to discuss. So each set has taught me something different about fullness, parting, density, volume, like so much. From going from only having 51 locks to 120 locks to now 500 and plus locks, I have basically seen it all. I know what it's like to have like less than 100 locks and like over 100 locks, and now like somewhere in the middle with the 280 and 500 plus. So I have seen it all. I've had it all, and I love this. This is pretty much, these were meant for me. I love these so much. Like, I am literally in love. This is the first set that feels princess-like, soft, dainty, ultra like super hyper feminine like I am, and like girly and just like soft and cute. Like, I just, oh my god, micro locks are like the literally most feminine hairstyle that I've ever had. Like, they're just super cute. Like, not saying that my traditional locks weren't feminine, but it just gives a different aesthetic, a different vibe, and a different feel. Like, you know, having different hairstyles, whether it's long, short, curly, wavy, whatever, it gives you a different feel. Like you have when you wear like super straight hair, like if you press out your hair, if you get like some bundles or something, versus when you wear like a big curly or deep wave. It doesn't matter. Even if it's your natural hair and you get like box braids or like anything, every hairstyle that you wear is going to give you a different personality and a different feel. And micro locks are ultra just soft and dainty for me. I'm just literally speaking for myself. Micro locks are the ultimate dainty, princess coated, girly hairstyle, and I did this for me. Like, I've always wanted super small locks. So now we're gonna go on and get into why I split my locks, or why I separated, because splitting and separated is the same thing. So when I sat down and got my original install, I chose the size that I had because I thought that it was going to give me the look and the appearance that I had. I thought that if I went by a number, that it would give me this look. This is the look that I've always pictured and imagined in my head. Like, when I think about small locks and fullness, this is what I have pictured. So I thought that, hey, if I go from 120 locks to like, well, I told my loctician at the time that I wanted like 240 locks because I was like, go ahead and double my 120 locks. So she gave me 280 locks. We didn't count them, it just ended out being that amount after we picked the size and started out in the back. So I thought that going by a number, I was like, oh yeah, like anything over 300 is just too much, not knowing that for me, my hair, my head size, my density, everything that comes into play, that I needed to have a lot more locks to achieve this tiny full look that I wanted. So when did I notice I didn't really like my install? So the first month with my original 280 locks, I was loving them. They look like just mini 2-strand twists, which now my hair is like still two-strand twists, but they're so small now, it just looks like loose natural hair. Like you can't actually tell that my locks are a twist. But when I had 280 locks, it just looked like I had a head full of mini twists. And I was just looking in the mirror one day, looking at the parts, looking at the amount of locks in my head and just the overall fullness, and I was like, I don't think this is what I wanted. My loctician gave me exactly what I told her. I told her the specific amount that I wanted, and I sat there in that chair and I picked out that size. But if you think about it, when you are getting a lock consultation and you sit down and you tell someone like to part you a lock, and yeah, you're like, oh, I want this size. Okay, cool. But just because you pick a size, you don't know what your entire install is going to look like when you're done. Because when I picked the size, like she parted out maybe like 2 or 3 rows in the back, I was like, okay, this looks like a good size. So when she finished my entire head, it's going to be full, it's going to look exactly how I want it. No, it's not. And that's what I realized. Like when you sit down and pick your lock size in that chair, you're not going to know what the overall appearance looks like, because it took 2 days for my install. For those 280 locks, it was like a total of 11 hours. So yeah, I didn't know. And I had like, between those 2 days, I had like a 6-day stretch in between. So I got the first half of my head done and I had like 150 locks in my head. And then it was like a 6-day stretch before I went to the second day to get the install complete. And I ended up with 280 locks. This is when I was really focused on like having a number. And I was like, okay, I'm only 20 locks away from 300 and I'm already having the itch and the urge to split my locks and make them smaller. And when I say split my locks, I literally mean take a lock, untwist the 2-strand twist, and take the parting and just split it and make 2 separate locks. So all I did was just separate each lock and made it into 2, because they were 2-strand twists with a braid at the top. I just unraveled it and made it into 2 twists. So I sat in that mirror and I started with the nape, and I think I did like the bottom 2 rows that I had, and I was like, okay, I'm going to split and like separate these locks and give myself 300. So that was it. That was when I realized I fell in love. I fell in love. So think about it. I had a whole head of like medium size mini twist, and when I split the nape and I saw how small and cute and dainty they were, I was like, wait, hold on. I don't think I like this size. I don't like the blocks. Like my original install, I could literally take my finger and shove it through the base of my locks, and I was like, yep, that's how I know it's too big. Like my locks do not need to be the size of my finger, like not literally the size of my finger, but like look at my hands. I'm like, why are my locks the size of my fingers? Like, no, let me pull out one. Here's one. So I mean, you can see these 2. These are bigger because I have them on my edges and I want to keep them bigger, but the rest, do you see? Like, no, my finger is not going through there, and this is how I wanted them. I wanted my locks to be smaller than my fingers, and of course my micro locks were smaller than my fingers, but I was thinking about my locks when they start to expand and swell. I want that really, really tiny, small, full look. And I had to come to terms to accept the fact that I wanted that sister lock appearance without actually getting sister locks. Like, I have denied myself so much that telling myself, I don't want sister locks, I don't want sister locks, I don't want sister locks. I did want sister locks, and I didn't realize it at the time, because the look that I've always imagined were sister locks. Like, I do not have sister locks, I have micro locks. There is a difference, but we'll get into that in another video. These are micro locks, but my micro locks could, like, when micro locks and sister locks pretty much go through the phase of maturing, you can't pretty much tell like if they're micro locks or sister locks, because there's a size variation to both of them. And yeah, so when my locks mature, a lot of people are probably going to mistake them as sister locks. Like, even now, people just call them sister locks. Yes, everybody calls my locks, like micro locks. I have micro locks. But yes, I just realized that wasn't the overall look. So after I started splitting the first two, I got an itch real bad. I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna go from 300. After I hit the 300, I was like, 315, 325, 340, 350, and I was like, okay, I'm done. But then I got to a point where I was like, well, I don't like the mix max size. Like, I really went through my locks and just started pulling and picking at random locks and just separating them. And it got to a point where I was like, all of the big locks that are remaining in my head, I wanted to make them the same size, because I literally just started with an original size and I started to separate them. So I had some locks in my head that were still big, like still the original size from my original install. So I continued to split and split and split, and now we have this. So let's talk about what the splitting did, or the separating of my locks did from my hair. So it definitely made my parts a lot smaller. Like, I have a grid still, kind of. Like, I do have a grid. I have my original grid from the install, but I went through that original grid and just started separating the locks, and I separated them literally like vertical, not horizontal, vertical. I separated my locks in a vertical way, and this is what we have. I'm gonna show my grid probably at the end, but I have a lot of new growth, so you can't really see it. But yes, splitting or separating my locks have made my parts a lot smaller, and it has definitely increased fullness. So I'm going to show a picture or video here from the original install. My hair is so much full, and this is what I have always dreamed of. Like, I wanted full hair. That's the reason I went from 51 locks to 120 locks to now what I have now. Like, from the very beginning with my locks, I always wanted small, full hair. And the less locks you have, the less volume you have. The more locks you have, the more volume you have. Of course, it's going to play a part with your individual hair density, but overall, your hair is going to be fuller or less full depending on the amount of locks you have. So I have over 500 locks. So going from 51 locks to 120 locks to 280 locks, and in between 280 locks to what I have now. But I've been in the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, and now I'm in the 5. Like, it's taken me, I think originally 2 months was heavy. Like, I started splitting around the first month. So like from June and July was heavy separating my locks, like heavy. And after July, leading all the way up into November, I have gradually increased and landed at 500 locks, because that was just the overall appearance that I wanted. Also, separating my locks have made them a lot more not stiff. Like, they move a lot more, and I'm really excited because with smaller locks, they are more flexible than thicker locks. Smaller locks, you can maneuver them better. Like, they hold a curl differently, they hold braids and twists differently, and like the style versatility, it's endless. Like, this is what I wanted. I wanted full, voluminous soft hair, and oh my god, I'm so in love. Like I also said, it's made my hair look a lot more soft girl, dainty, princess core coated. Like literally that's my aesthetic, and my hair now feels like me. I loved my traditional locks. I didn't hate them. I never thought they were ugly. It's just not the look that I wanted. That's literally just it. I just did not like the overall look of my locks, and it just wasn't giving me that feel. Like I said, your hairstyle gives you a different personality, a different mood, a different feel, a different aesthetic, and this is it. This, oh, you see my little mini tiara? This is my casual tiara. Let's normalize wearing tiaras on a regular day, because if you can wear a headband as a hair accessory, why can't you wear a tiara as a hair accessory? Okay? Because I don't really have the traditional size for micro locks, even though micro locks are in a lot of size. My micro locks are on the sister lock spectrum as far as the size and my lock count. Like I am on the sister lock spectrum. But like I said, sister locks and micro locks, they are similar but not the same, and I'll talk about that in a different video. I want to say that I didn't go into my initial micro lock install expecting to have 500 plus locks. That was not the intention at all, but once I pretty much saw the vision, the smaller size just felt more natural to me. It felt like me. And I ended up following the overall look that I wanted, not the number that I thought I wanted. So that is a suggestion that I have for anybody. Do not get your locks installed with a specific number. And I am talking about for every type of locks. Traditional locks, micro locks, sister locks, whatever. Like, do not try to get your install based off of a number, because you're not going to get that look. If you see someone else with that same amount of locks, it's going to look different on you. We all have different head sizes and hair densities, and there's parting size. Also, I want to talk about that. Parting size. It is not lock count that you are going after. It is parting size. So if you can see, these are different sizes of micro locks that you can get installed. And I will link this down in the description box. It's on Amazon. I got it like for my original install. And I think that I picked somewhere between this size and this size, but I probably now have more of this size and maybe a few of these in here. I am honestly not sure, but I know my locks are really small now. But yes, don't pick your lock size based off of a lock count. This is for micro locks, but traditional locks as well, because that's what I did. Like I was like, oh, I want this amount of locks, thinking it's going to give me the look that I want. No, it is not. But traditional locks, the parting sizes are a lot bigger than this. So there's like bigger and bigger and bigger. So these are the micro lock sizes. The thing I want to talk about is the transformation from 280 locks to now 500 and plus locks. I had a little help from my current loctician. It was right when I was super close to 400 locks. So I was probably at like 380 something, and I told my loctician, because the loctician that installed my locks no longer does my hair, I went to the loctician that I have now. So I was telling her like, hey, I think I want my locks a lot fuller. Can you give me some more locks? So I was at like 380 something or 390, whatever it was. It was really close to 400. So I sat in the chair for maybe like 5 or 6 hours. She went through my hair, picked through some locks, and I think she added maybe like 38 locks. So I was sitting probably at like 430 something locks at that time, after like she split them and separated them. And I was just looking at the remainder of my hair. It's like, okay, there's still some big ones from the original install. So gradually from 430 something locks, I have increased slowly over the months and just pulled out locks, and here we are. I am at 500 locks, and I think I didn't start actually feeling satisfied until I really got super close to 500 locks. And that's just because if you do the math, if you take my original lock count and double it, that would be like 560 locks. So basically, each and every lock in my head, if I take it and separate it, it would give me the look of what I have now. I just took the original number of locks that I had and just doubled those in size, and I didn't stop until literally every lock in my head was gone from the original install. But yes, the reason I ended up with 500 plus locks is because I took each and every lock in my head and I separated them until they were this size, and I love it. I'm happy, I'm satisfied. And my hair, the way my hair reacted is, you can see over the months, I'm going to include some videos, you can literally and physically see my hair getting fuller, because those thick mini twists that I had, it just didn't give me the look that I wanted. Like those squares, the parting size, it was just too big for my satisfaction. It was too big for my liking. I didn't like that I would open up my hair and like look at my grid and parting, and I would see like all these big squares. My parts are very small now, and I love it. But yeah, you can see in the pictures and the videos, my hair just gets bigger and bigger, and I like full voluminous hair. If that's your goal, then I would suggest like smaller locks, but it's all dependent up to you what you want with your hair. Some things that I have learned, I would say that figure out exactly what type of locks you want. It is okay to go through more than one lock journey, because sometimes like you just have to do trial and error. You don't have to completely 100% commit to your first lock journey. Like if you get locks and you don't like them, it's okay. You don't have to keep them. That's one thing that I learned, because I really wanted to keep the second set of locks that I had, because I had got so far into my journey. I was like 3.5 years in, and I felt like, oh, I've gotten so far, I can't comb them out and start over. But yes, you can. That's what I've been seeing a lot of people comment under my post, like, I want to start over, but I'm so far, or I want to start over, but I'm scared. And just, I had to let that feeling go. Like my hair was long. Like I know the length is going to come back, but that's another reason I was holding on to the length. And I was like, okay, my hair is long, but is it giving you the look that you want? My hair is long, but is it giving you the volume that I want? Your hair is long, but is it giving you the style versatility that you want? My hair is long, but is it going to overall give me the feeling of my hair that I wanted? And I got to a point where I wasn't happy with my locks. I liked them, they were beautiful, but when I would style my hair, I was like, this is not what I want. So please do not feel like you have to dedicate yourself to your first set of locks. It is okay to comb them out, and I have experienced every type of locks from 51 locks all the way up into 500 plus locks. I have experienced having different amount of locks in my head, and yeah, and I'm happy that it happened that way, because if I would have gotten micro locks from the beginning, I wouldn't have known what it's like to have traditional locks. So if you have traditional locks and you want to comb them out for micro locks or sister locks, just go ahead and do it. If it's on your heart, just do it. And I had to tell myself, like, if I want to be happy, Like, just do it. You only live once. Literally, you literally only live once. So do what's going to make you happy. It's just hair at the end of the day. If you want to cut it and shave it all off, if you want to grow it down to your butt, like, do whatever you want. It's hair, and it's meant to have, you're meant to have fun with it. So styles like half up, half downs compared to my traditional locks styles are a lot more fuller. Like, I remember when I put my hair into a half up, half down style with my long traditional locks, and I was like, I wish I had more locks in the back hanging down, and I wish I had more locks at the ponytail part. Like 120 locks on me, it was a lot of locks, but it wasn't that full. Like, I wanted a ponytail full of just full small strands of hair. So the less locks you have, the less like loose it is. Like, the smaller your locks are, the more they're going to mimic loose natural hair. And I think that's why I really like this. Like, I didn't miss my loose natural hair, but just to have like the best of both worlds. I feel like I have locks and the look of loose natural hair, and the best part is I don't have to comb or detangle it. Yeah, half up, half down styles, clips, bows, pigtail styles, lock bangs, pineapple styles, like soft glam updos, the volume change, and hair jewelry, all top tier, just in my experience, compared to my traditional locks. Like, everything that I've just mentioned, it's so different. Like, can you imagine if I would pull out a lock bang with my traditional locks? It wouldn't look like this. Like, it would probably be just like a few locks going across the top, or like maybe 10 locks. Like, it's just not the same. This is what I've always wanted, and I love it so much. The next topic: would I do anything differently? Would I have gone smaller from the start? I think I already said no. I am glad that I did the opposite. I'm glad that I started with traditional locks to realize that I always wanted smaller locks, but it just depends on what you want, because I know some people get sister locks or micro locks and they end up combining their locks because they're like, the smaller locks just weren't for them. And like, that's fine. If smaller locks aren't for you and you get smaller locks, it is fine. Like I said, change your hair, combine those locks into traditional locks if you want to, because if that is the look that you want, do what you want. I'm just speaking from my experience that I wanted smaller locks, but don't feel like you have to keep your micro locks or your sister locks if you are desiring those full, juicy, voluminous traditional locks. Like, go ahead and combine them. You don't have to settle with your locks. I like the way that I did because I avoided it so much money, spending so much money, because starting with 280 locks and the price that I was quoted versus what I wanted, first of all, my install would have took more than 2 days. It was if it took 2 days for 280 locks, and yeah, it probably would have took like 4 days, maybe even 5, to get the size that I originally wanted, and I would have been paying like double or triple the amount that I have now. So I love the fact that I have finessed the system. So by getting my locks installed larger at a cheaper price, I was able to go back into my install, reconstruct the entire thing myself, and DIY them to the size that I wanted them to. So yes, I would say if you are willing to put in the work and do what I did, because I didn't have a blank canvas to start off on to completely DIY, which would have took longer. I had a template to work with. I already had a grid. I already had like the structure of the locks in the parting that I wanted. So all I did was just go along the locks and just split them, which was like a cheat code. So I got the overall look and appearance of the locks that I want. I got the sister lock appearance or the micro lock appearance that I wanted, because they're micro locks. I got the tiny micro locks of my dream without the price tag. So yes, I like the method that I chose, because I know somebody's probably going to ask like, well, why didn't you just go ahead and get them small from the beginning? Well, at first, like I said, I didn't even know that I wanted my locks that small. I thought that the 280 locks was going to give me the appearance that I wanted, and I realized that I needed to go smaller to get this look. I needed more locks to get this look. But yeah, I could have paid it. I really could have, but I didn't want to, and I didn't. Like, I didn't know that I wanted to go this small. I like the way that I did. I encourage DIY locks. Like, if you are willing to do it yourself, go ahead and do it. Get you a 3-way mirror, set yourself up, or do like the AirPlay connection with your phone. But it's not for everybody. It is not. So if you want to go the sister lock route, go to a professional. You want to get that perfect, clean, crisp grid that they have, or if you just want to get micro locks and you prefer someone else to part your hair, do it. Like, just do what works for you, and this is what worked for me. This is my route, and this is what I decided to do. Last topic is what is next for my lock journey. So I am approaching 1 year, and my goal is to just pretty much keep my hair uniformed. I really like my hair in its state that it is now. I want to keep my locks looking very uniform. I do braid and band my locks anytime I wash them, because I want to keep them pretty much like small and compact, and I want to avoid them from bunching. But if I do get any bunching in the future, I will get that corrected, because bunching can be corrected. Also, will I be doing any more splitting? Probably not. Like, I have really taken my lock count from 280 and pretty much almost doubled it. And also in the front here, I have a patch of hair from the original install that I'm going to let my loctician go back and like interlock some locks here, because I already have like some small baby ones here anyways. But this bothers me because it's too much hair to slick down as baby hair, and it's more, I'm just not pulling it out. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can either add new locks and interlock them across the front, or if she will take this hair and just put them with the lock behind it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I am excited for my lock journey. Let me go ahead and show you guys before I end this video. So let me take my hair down and just show y'all. And I have other videos that I'll show, but I don't really want to like mess up my hair, because I'm going somewhere today and I want to keep it the way it is. But this is what it looks like. See how full it is? 500 plus locks. Alright, that is pretty much going to be it for this video, Pixies. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next one. I'm just backing up because I want y'all to see my little dress today. Alright, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!